have frame rates over 9,000! What's up guys, Jason Ma the Magician, and welcome back to another episode of I Can't Believe I'm Going to Try My Luck Again. It's the show where I try my sleight of hand in slow motion and see how well I do. The last time I tried this, I did it at 120 frames per second, 1080p resolution. But this time, I've got my hands on the new GoPro Hero 10, and this thing films at 240 frames per second with a 2.7K resolution. That's crazy, man. Magic rarely holds up well against like slow motion camera or higher frame rates, so I'm hoping I can do okay. But everything you're about to see right now was filmed on this tiny little bad boy right here. Check this out. Several hours have passed since I started this video in the morning and I had to go out and do some shows. It was a good time. Even watching this 240 frames at normal speed looks a bit weird. It's a little bit jarring and I can see so much more details that ordinarily you just wouldn't see at like a 24 frames per second or 25 frames per second, which is kind of interesting to me. So I don't have high hopes that my sleight of hand will do well in slow-mo, but I hope that you guys enjoy seeing all of it. So here we go. Starting off with the spring. You know, I just got to, you got to do a spring, right? You just got to do a spring. But anyway, the first thing is, this is the marbles pop-out move. So, boom, baby, a double pops out from the center. It doesn't look too bad. Obviously, that sweet 2.7K resolution isn't helping, and you can see the double cards there. Ah, it's unfortunate. Oh, no. So, a couple of things. First things first, when I did the snap change, you can see multiple frames there. In fact, you can see like 10 frames. And then this at the back here, this is kind of funny. This is from the card wobbling from the snap. At a regular frame rate, this is like 24 frames, it just looks like that and the card changes. What you don't see, but I can see from here, is that when I do...
1 hour later.
I don't think that's the entire reason of it. I'm probably just making up excuses, as a good magician would. Take no blame, it's everyone else's fault. Anyway, looks absolutely horrible, and that is a spectacular failure. Let's move on to the next thing. This right here is the Tenkai Vanish. Now... big flashes all the way, but everything else is looking okay. It's going all right. The transfer looks pretty good. Yeah, no hate on that. That's actually great. The hand wash, a little flash there at the pinky there. The hand wash looked great, and the production looked pretty good. I mean, obviously there's like a little micro flash, but you can get away with the micro flashes in real life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, a little bit of a flash at the pinky, but well, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's all right. It's okay. Up next, we've got the infamous. Actually, this is, truthfully, it's a control, and I saw someone do this on Instagram, and I don't know who it was, but I thought I'd just give it a try in this video. So this is the first time I ever tried it, and I guess we'll see how it looks in slow-mo. So we do the fan, gorgeous, gorgeous, and we flip the card. 10 of spades, baby. 10 of spades returns back into the center of the pack. And now, this is the key moment. You know... Did it flash? I don't think it flashed. Can you actually see the... 10? No, I don't think you can actually see it. I don't think that counts as a flash. It is funny that every single frame looks like a still image, though. Yeah, I don't think I actually flashed that. I think that's actually... I mean, you can kind of... Just by the sheer nature of it being so damn slow, you can kind of just tell what's happening, but it doesn't look too bad, actually. Comment below if you want a tutorial. Tutorials, baby! I'm back doing tutorials and making daily content because I got nothing else to do, man. Anyway, the point is that wasn't too bad. Also, if you're wondering why my shirt's all wet at the top, it's because I filmed this directly after taking a shower. I took a shower and I ran down to the local park. I had to film this in the sunlight. I needed to be outside to do it because it's a GoPro, and GoPros do not handle low light well at all. So rather than boiling in front of like really bright lights, I figured I would just take it down to the park and shoot it there. Which means that I also couldn't really take the takes perfectly. I had to sort of watch them back on this tiny little screen here, so there was no way to really know if it was good or not until I started editing the video. But I think this raw form is a little better. Anyway, I'm going to take that as a win. Not too shabby. This is the shapeshifter. So the shapeshifter. Check this out. So we just take a card and we get our sexy break. You see me getting the break as I turn the card over? Yeah, something to think about, McChickens. Anyway, you pick it up, and then, look at this, you ready? I snap the card. You know, truthfully, it doesn't look too bad. That's the clip shift. Truthfully, that shapeshifter didn't look too bad. I'm not upset about that. It's painfully obvious the fact that the card is just rotating around, but it's like, there's something about the sheer mechanic of, I don't know, it's actually pretty quick. It kind of just suddenly, yeah, it's not too shabby at all. I mean, it's obvious what's happening from the slowness, but it still looks pretty cool. I don't know. Anyway, up next is the infamous clip shift. This is a move that most magicians just simply can't do because it's too difficult, and it's just something that I do all the time. Anyway, at 240 frames, which is 10 times slower. I think I only slowed this down like times, I think it was times 6. So it's very slow compared to reality. 6 times slower than what your eyes can normally see. And if I was to slow it down to times 10, it would have been, this video would have taken like 3 hours. Anyway, let's have a look. I know this isn't going to look great, but okay, there's the steel, super clean so far. And there you go, the card just slots into position. Let's have a look. Let's go back here. Ooh. You know, it's still pretty good. Like, I mean, it's like 3 frames, I guess. Like maybe 4 frames. But it's, I mean, you know, you got to take the wins where you get them. It's a great move, and I didn't flash any of the setup to it. All you see is the card slide into position. And there's the riffle fan, by the way. I just wanted to see it in slow motion. It does look sick, and I'm glad that I did it. The riffle fan, baby! There's a tutorial, link in description below. Last but certainly not least, this is a classic Erdnase color change, alright? And the reason why I chose to do this is because not many people do this move well. So this is going to do 2 things. One, it's going to give you guys an idea of what you can do to sell the move a little bit more. But also, I just really wanted to see how this would look if I did it in super damn slow motion. Like, is it going to be a little obvious or not? I added a few things to try and sell it a bit better, but let's take a look, shall we? So the card is, we get the steal, I believe. We steal the card. So far, so good. Everything's going well. I show that I have nothing else in my hand, so everything's looking pretty schmick. There you go. You can see that little tiny steal in the pinky there, but everything's looking okay. And then, oh no, I think the change looks pretty solid, dude. I think I'll count that as a win. That's gonna be a win in my books. Woo!
Enchanté.